Hello everybody, it's Noble Artist here, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you my new custom. So I've been showing you guys this video, or this custom, and the last couple videos, kind of like sneak peeks here and there, and I finally decided I was going to finish it last night, and I was working on a really cool gun, and I'm like, you know what, he has two really cool pistols, he doesn't need another gun, because he's a captain, I almost said that really weird, either captain or commander. You can use your imagination. He also doesn't have a name, so if you want to leave a name down in the description, help me out with that, it'd be really cool. And see what you guys can come up with. So anyway, I finally finished this figure, and I hope it turned out pretty cool. I made this figure, I guess, well, not this figure, but this color scheme, or close to it, a long time ago, and I don't know why, but I was looking at it, I was like, you know what, I want to use this color scheme again, and I decided to go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot this over to the side really quick, and then show you, this is the one I had beforehand. This is the really old one. This one's several years old. And by several, I mean like 10. Look how far this pops out. This is the first detachable pauldron I think anyone has ever made. Because I made customs before they were even a thing. A lot of people would see them on eBay and stuff like that. Like when I first started eBay, there was like maybe 100 things on custom Lego when you typed it in. And now there's a crap ton. So, but anyway, this was the original one, and this is at different colors. Like the blue is a little bit different, yellow and the red are the same, pretty much. But that is the original idea. They gave me the inspiration for this color scheme, and I'll show you the clone before and after. There's a pretty big difference. I think I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure this figure has well more than 50 pieces on it. So it was plain white beforehand, just a regular standard clone. And then I got my hands on it and turned it into something epic. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way. Front and center. So I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet. This figure was hand painted by moi. I used a combination of clay and metal armor for this figure. Also some pretty good fabric work, if I do say so myself. And then with this figure, the color scheme is mainly, we got this yellow, this sky blue color right here, which is really cool. Got a little dab of red, and then we have just a whisper of silver in this figure. So pretty much these four colors, and then white and black, they're kind of like a gimme. You kind of have to use white and black with everything that you do. So anyway, with this figure, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll scoot him up to the front. Right here we have on these boots, this gray part is actually clay. I wanted to put some more detailing down there on the boots, so I got that gray, those gray marks right there. I actually put some detailing into those, but once I put the paint, it kind of seeped into the lines I put, and it just kind of faded into one big gray line. But I think they're really cool. And then over here we have these metal bars that are over the feet. I guess more boots. I'm trying to get better at doing feet and making these boots look more realistic. So that is that. And then of course we have these shin pads. I call these shin pads because these are technically the knee pads and are the thigh pads, and that's the knee pad. It's complicated. It doesn't really work as well on a Lego figure as a real person, but that's what it is. The color scheme for these are going to be, of course, the silver, yellow, and then this blue color. And then under here we have the black fabric. Oh no, my battery life is flickering like 1 bar. So if I talk really fast, I do apologize. So we do have this centerpiece right here. Now for the two pistol holsters, this is this actually metal, the silver right here on the top. That's a little metal triangle piece I cut out, and then those are just painted white. And then I put some black there to kind of break it up, because just white and silver together don't look that great. So I just had to improvise, put some different colors there. Now on the chest area, we have here, starting at the bottom with these belt pieces. We do have 5 of these really cool pieces right here that stick out. Put a little silver dot in there for the little clasp. And then the bandolier has 4 of these really cool gray pieces on here. And then, of course, the buckle here. I do have a bandolier tutorial. It's up here on the top. I'll put a link to my tutorials. It is in that playlist. Go check it out. And then 2 thermal detonators right here. And then I left these the actual natural color of the metal just because it was a really cool color. And then I put a little red tip at the top for the button. I'm not sure what this piece right here is called, but a lot of like sashes and capes and things like that will have this up in the top corner. And I thought it was pretty cool, so I wanted to put one on here. This is made out of clay, so I got a clay piece there. Also, the chest right here, it pops off the figure. If you can see how it's a little bit thicker right there. The chest armor is clay, and then this piece right here also is clay. So it's a good combination of metal and then clay, kind of bringing it all together. And then for the side here, we do have this piece right here. It's extended plastic. Well, I guess it's all, well, not plastic, but I've got this extended piece here that is silver. And then the traditional kind of armor we have for the clone, the gauntlet, the bandolier, not bandolier, the gauntlet, and then the wrist pad. And then I kept this part white just because I needed to keep some white into the theme on this side. Two more of these really cool gray pouches. Let's go a little bit closer so you can see this. And then the shoulder pad here, you might not be able to see it over this or underneath that, but the shoulder pad is a thicker piece. That is also clay, but I really like the way this turned out for the shoulder pad. Both are exactly the same. This arm doesn't move up as high because of this top part was a little tricky, and it's kind of in the way a little bit, but it's okay. So anyway, I do have these really cool hoses, or hoses or wires, whatever you can call them now. My Vibroblade Master had the same features on him. Both of these are really cool, painting those red just because to give them that nice little pop to them. Both end pieces to this wire it's made out of clay, and I accented that with some black and silver painting on that. So this side is exactly the same, but the top, for some reason, this pauldron piece right there, or comma piece, pauldron, sorry, that's comma, pauldron, it kind of hinders the arm just a little bit. I mean, he can still hold his gun up in the air. You can still move it fully up to where it is, but it's just a little bit rough. It's like kind of hard to get it up there, but you can do that. So anyway, for this backpack, this is a really cool backpack. I had a couple different designs that I went through, but nothing really clicked with this type of figure. And the first one I made was really small. I actually cut it off twice, but I finally settled with this backpack. Now this one right here is actually, that centerpiece is a link from this watch band right here that I put here in the middle, and then I painted that with black and then brown. Sorry, oh, I said brown, black and then gray. These two cylinders on the side that have this really cool narrowing effect. Those are the ends of toothpicks. I thought that was a really cool little detail. And then I have two pieces of metal here at the top. Just kind of put some more metal detail on that. And then back here, this thermal detonator also has some metal on it. And then two more pouches. I got two more little pouches right back here. Now with this comma right here, a really cool feature is that it is painted black, but if you can tell, there's a pattern in there. That is because this black is apple barrel and this black is testers. It's a different type of paint, so it's going to have a different effect. But I didn't want it to just be plain black, so I went ahead and put a rim around it, and then I put that little pattern on there just to give it a little bit of extra texture. You know, I thought it was a pretty cool little feature to put on there. Make a otherwise black pauldron not as comma. I don't know why I keep getting this mixed up. Making it not as boring. So that's that. And then with the pistols, I'm gonna go ahead and show you because it's right here next to him. But normal Jango Fett style pistols, but I painted these white because I thought white would be a really cool pistol color for this guy. So he does have two white pistols, which I can show you in his hand if I have enough battery life at the end of this video. Moving on to the helmet, I wanted to leave this part white because there was a lot of other colors here. And then this was not an afterthought, but kind of last minute putting the silver in this cheek part. I was kind of hesitant, but once I did it, it worked out pretty well, so I'm glad I went with that design. And then on top, you got the red fin. It just stands out. I love the way that looks. This is all painted with Tester's paint, so it's really secure on this figure. Really good color scheme going on. And then the back here, I'm not going to be able to tell that's gray because of the light from my window, but it's gray. Got a little black accent right there. Like, I need to point out the black accent. I don't know why I did that. So really cool helmet. I love the way this one turned out. Really good color scheme. If you guys want me to make tutorials on how to paint helmets or just techniques for painting on helmets, because it's a little tricky, let me know and I can do that. Also, the rangefinder on the side is posable, fully posable. Now the cool thing is with this one, now it barely sticks off the helmet. This is very small, which is great. But the cool thing is this one's actually magnetic. A little magnet right there, and then boop. It sucks to the figure's helmet. It can go all the way up and down, and it'll stay like that. The magnets are super strong, so that's a really cool feature. And then it does have the neck guard on the head, right there. And then I didn't mention, but these two giant shoulder kind of pauldrons, really, really cool. That is fabric, and then that yellow part is a piece of metal. So it's got a lot of metal and fabric on this figure. So that is that. I'm kind of scared that my battery's going to die, so I'm like freaking out. Woo! We have one of these pistolas right here. Really, really cool gun. Having two of these is definitely really cool for this figure. And I know a lot of commanders have pistols, or just dual pistols, so like Rex and stuff. So also I want to start doing all the commanders and captains. I'll go down the list. So put his arm all the way up, and then this one goes up. So dual wielding, got some Kimbo pistols going on with this guy. So anyway, before my battery dies on my camera, give you just one more 360. Bum, bum, bum. If it's blurry, I'm sorry, my camera's a little hard to focus right now. So anyway, if you like this video, hitchhike it. Don't forget to fist pound that subscribe button. But bam! I'm going to put a link to my other tutorials up here. Go check them out. There's really cool stuff there. Also, if you're the first person to leave a comment on my video, I'll give you a shout out up into the link right there. If you have content, I'll put a link to your channel, which is super cool. Like always, God bless. Have a super fantastic, awesome, wonderful day. I will see you next time. Also, this is a cool gun I was trying to make for my figure that I didn't paint yet. So we'll maybe do something cool with that. Maybe I'll give it away. Who knows? Cool gun. Might make a tutorial on that. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. Take care.